Igor is the master of conversational hypnosis. Nobody does it better than him. And when he is talking to her, there's so much of his vocal tone is supporting everything he's saying. He uses a lot of tag questions, doesn't he?
Hey everybody, we've got a special treat in this video. We're going to be commenting on and showing clips of a demonstration that was done by our good friend Igor Ledochowski. He did this as part of a guest training for the Mandel Hypnosis Academy. It was a phenomenal training and demonstration. We wanted to give you some insight into what he shared. So he did this training on what he called hypnotic gifts. He's discussing how affirmations sometimes can backfire. We all know the idea of affirmations, right? So what would be like an affirmation you could say?
You know, I can earn $1 million a year. You know,
and if you didn't,
I'm a great father. Well, I'm not a father.
Give me a different one that you actually believe is no problem and 100%.
One that I actually believe. I'm a freaking awesome hypnotist.
Okay, awesome. So when you say that, you're going to be
congruent,
right? Congruent.
Yeah.
And then if you were to say an affirmation that you wished were true but isn't really, Igor's point here is that it can sometimes make you feel worse, not better.
Right, because if you're not congruent about it, you're getting that internal dissonance. You're saying one thing, and it might be partially true, but you're not 100% on side with it.
Right. Okay, so in this upcoming clip, Igor is performing a demonstration on this idea of a hypnotic gift. So he has the demo subject, Stephanie, say a truthful and empowering statement. So she says, with congruence, I am an awesome wife.
Yeah, and you can tell she's congruent. You can tell she believes it. Yeah.
And this is the pre-frame because we're not showing this part of the clip. So you just have to trust us that she says, I'm an awesome wife, and he can completely calibrate that she believes this with all of her being, right? So the affirmation reinforces her feeling and is helpful.
Right. But when she says it, when she says it congruently, that she already believes, it's like recharging it. It just makes it stronger and stronger.
And she described the feeling as being light and airy, right? So then she comes up with another aspirational affirmation that isn't quite true. So she says, I love working out every day. Now, he calibrates that this isn't quite true. And this is where we're going to cut to the first clip, and we're going to watch as Igor handles this.
Okay, so what we've seen here is a phenomenal, really short trance induction. He's borrowed from Elman's original techniques of imagining your eyes are so relaxed and they just won't work. Imagine and pretend. Igor does those two together. And I love that because anybody can imagine, well, anybody can pretend. And by having the person congruently pretend that their eyes are so relaxed they won't open, then they give it a good test. He causes the relaxation to spread. And it's just a natural 1-2 punch, creating the trance right away.
Right. And he's setting up a very simple trance to have her do the exercise that he's about to do with her as you move to the next clip here inside of a trance, because it'll amplify the experience. So with that, let's cut to the next clip where we continue with the demonstration.
Okay, this is really nice because he's worked with the classic going after a target state. He's had her dissociate. So the other her, who is a carbon copy of her, is out there with the resource and acting perfectly in the way she wants her to behave, the way she wants to behave herself. So he's running it externally. And why is he doing that?
Well, because you want to have your target state dissociated.
Yes.
And when that kind of thing happens, there's much less resistance around it, right? In a sense, it's like if I tell a story, you as the listener aren't thinking, oh, it's about me. Except this is a bit more direct.
Yeah, and by dissociating like that, he's able to do the edits, have her do the edits on the other her so that she's exercising and enjoying it and making all the shifts out there first, which is very, very powerful.
And he points out that she can be certain that the other her is enjoying it without understanding why.
Yeah, the reasons. It doesn't have to be logical to the conscious mind, which is brilliant.
All right, so let's go to the third and final clip, which will take us to the end of the demonstration, and we'll see how he continues with the process of installing this hypnotic gift for Stephanie.
Okay, so amazing. When you think of the speed that he's created this possibility for her and has anchored it into a future setting.
Right.
So that she doesn't have to really do anything beyond that, visualizing the other her, enjoying it, the hard workout, and getting this wonderful congruent response, observing it. And then eventually this just generalizes and becomes internalized. And she, again, as you said, she doesn't have to know how it's happening consciously.
Yes, the direct suggestion part of this installation in the demonstration is that at some point, maybe it's in a few weeks, in a month, in a year, whatever the case may be, if you keep doing this, one day, I love how he points out, you'll make a mistake. It's a playful comment, right? One day you'll make a mistake, and instead of saying she loves working out, you'll say, I love working out every day.
It's fantastic.
It's powerful.
It is powerful. And also just take note of the fact in all these videos or these snippets, Igor is the master of conversational hypnosis. Nobody does it better than him. And when he is talking to her, there's so much of his vocal tone is supporting everything he's saying. He uses a lot of tag questions, doesn't he?
He does. That's right. So let's do a quick summary. He has first elicited the affirmation that she doesn't quite buy into and feel good about, and he's calibrated that, oh yeah, she's definitely not got that sense of Oh, I totally believe this. Then he has her go into a trance and he teaches her how to go into that trance herself.
Right.
With the simplest induction in the world, the Elmanian stuff that we talked about. Then he has her imagine a dissociative element where it's the other her enjoying it. She repeats the affirmation now by replacing I with she. And anyone can do this, right? He really enjoys cooking Indian food. I'll do that for myself because I want to learn how to cook more Indian food. And then the direct suggestion part is that she will do this. It'll only take 5 minutes a day, and eventually,
just happens. Boom. And that's really fantastic. Notice too that early in his entire process with this hypnotic gift, he lets her powerfully experience something, the congruence of something that she is certain about and that she does feel good about, and that congruence lights up all the circuitry of the brain and gets the brain interested in the process.
Awesome. Okay, so that is the end of the commentary we wanted to make on this demonstration that our friend Igor Ledochowski did for us. It was part of the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy. We do guest trainings like this approximately once every single month.
We're the best in the world.
Yeah, and we bring great trainers in because we believe that you should learn from more than just one trainer or two trainers. You should learn from awesome trainers, get some solid fundamental understanding of hypnosis, and then continue your training with specialists. So if you want to check the description under this video, you'll find a link to the Mike Mandel Hypnosis Academy, and we'd love to have you on the inside. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks again, and
good night.